Lies told by illegitimate forefathers. No free man shall ever be debarred the use of arms. Thomas Jefferson. A 1776 proposed draft of the Virginia Constitution. It was not actually in the final draft. That is something that can be traced because there is no secret writings of Thomas Jefferson. Also, Monticello.org and a few other websites have backup copies of all of his data and have to debunk people lying about Thomas Jefferson. And there's other organizations to make sure you don't lie about Ben Franklin. I've even defended Ben Franklin against being misquoted before because people want to make him into something he wasn't. None of our forefathers were really particularly keen on people lying about them, good or bad. And that is the standard I use for doing these kind of videos. When the government fears the people, there's liberty. When the people fear the government, there's tyranny. 1914, John Basil Barnhill. He wrote something called The Indictment of Socialism, and part 3 of it, or number 3, on page 34 in the Ripsaw Library 101. Not Jefferson. Jefferson never said that. Period, full stop. And it's also from Ripsaw, the Ripsaw Publishing Company, and it was from a specific city and that sort of thing. Archive.org, web, 2003, earliest backup copy, from DEBS, IND State, Indiana State, edu, and then a PDF file. That's the earliest and only reference. It is not Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson never said, when governments fear the people, there's liberty. When people fear the government, there's tyranny. It's I would say, a pretty good statement. It actually makes a good deal of sense. But people use this in some way to make a perverse version of, let's storm the Capitol building and prevent your vote from matching up because we don't like the outcome from an election because Donald Trump lost and we consider him a god or something. But Thomas Jefferson did not say that, and it would be out of character for him to say it, unless he was referring specifically to, I don't know, England or something. Strongest reason for the people to retain the right to keep and bear arms is, as last resort, to protect themselves against tyranny in government. 1989, June 22nd, Orlando Sentinel newspaper, Charlie Reese misquoting Thomas Jefferson, just like everybody else does. Pretty short video. This has been done to death, and it's been done to death by people who debunk you lying about the people who they treasure. Thomas Jefferson did not say certain things. Repeating it is a lie. And then people say, well, I don't know if he really said it. No, he didn't. And until you acknowledge that you've been repeating something that was never a quote by Thomas Jefferson, it was from 1914 from someone who was angry at socialism, or 1989 because somebody was ignorant. Charlie Reese was not just ignorant, he was illiterate and incompetent in misquoting Thomas Jefferson. And no, there aren't any other sources that said the same things. These are the earliest references in any way, including variations with a similar wording or meaning. Nobody's been able to find anything that refers to the people you want it to be. So you'll just say, well, it's a hidden fact or something. No. You're quoting Charlie Reese, or you're quoting John Barnhill from 1914. You're not quoting a founding father. You're quoting someone, in one case, who just simply said it, and another person who misquoted and, by the way, never corrected it, so therefore lied about it being a Thomas Jefferson quote. And this is easily traced. Debunked already. So stop posting these comments under any of my videos. And I promise I won't include in any of the descriptions of my videos because these are really cool quotes. But now that I know who it's from, it doesn't carry as much weight, right? No. When the government fears us firing them, and their only choice is to overrule us by storming a Capitol to try to make us fear them, we should make them fear us. The previous government, run by Donald Trump, should fear the people because the majority fired him. And people retaining the right to keep and bear arms, last resort to protect themselves from tyranny of a government, makes a great deal of sense. But really, from your own government, That implies you're in a country where you don't have the right to remove someone from office. Gee, that's the kind of government that Donald Trump wanted us to have, where he could keep himself from being removed by just bitching the longest. That's why there's a time limit. That's why even his vice president had to admit, I lost, and so did my boss Trump. It burns within you. Don't misquote something down below. Or if you're going to, do it in jest and we'll have fun. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. Oh, and by the way, stop misquoting the Bible while you're at it.